I'm doing this video specifically for YouTube. I took some notes because I don't know how to stay on topic. I got a lot of comments that were the same. I never left. I never left, really. I've always been pretty vocal and very active on Instagram. TikTok is really fun. Quick little videos. That's why I like it, because I can just throw anything on there and not feel so bad if it's not makeup related. This is my update video. It's gonna be the biggest nutshell. I actually had to Google what is the biggest nut with a shell, and it is called coco de mer. If you want to know, this is gonna be the coco de mer of updates, my biggest nutshell. So where I've been lately, I've been around. I've always been posting something. May not have been the happiest thing, or may not have been super makeup related. I don't get sponsorships anymore. No one's paying me. There's no brands flying me anywhere. I don't get paid for videos. I barely get sent stuff, which is kind of a relief because I was donating so much stuff, literally finding, well, COVID kind of killed it, but I was donating so much makeup to a women's shelter. I never quit per se. I still do makeup professionally. If you have my number, if you want me to real bad, I still have my email available if you'd like to hit me up. Also, what really brought this on is that I discovered, it sounds like I'm really old. I feel very ancient when it comes to technology. Every time I Google something, a Reddit link will pop up. I browse Reddit. I follow the Pasadena Reddit, apartment living, weird, am I the a-hole here? The Britney Spears Reddit, what's this bug, or why is this thing showing up on my hand? I don't know, it's just random. Then I found there were makeup Reddits. I follow an MUA discussion, one that's on there that is so funny to me. It's called MUA or something like Circle Jerk. That is so funny to me. Hooded Eyes, general discussion, any information I know about the current beauty community of the people in it, the products, new brands, what we're loving, what we're hating, because I don't know what's going on, so I like perusing that one. Lots of critique on there, stuff that I'm yeah, I know, I totally agree with the overkill of so many celebrity brands. But anyway, today I opened it up and I saw myself, and I was I'm on the Reddit. It's on, my face is on there. Is there, are there that many people on YouTube still? Because my videos, even now, right now, I'm kind of testing the waters to see what happens when I post, and I still have super old accounts, I know, that are following me, but I still have 270K something, but I'm barely getting 1,000 views. So that's why I stepped away from YouTube, not the internet. In today's world, you have to grab people's attention, or there's a whole system behind it. All I know is that it's easier for me to edit it when I'm not speaking, because I just talk and talk and talk. There's some people saying that I lost all my makeup in the fire. I would like to correct that. Also, oh my god, shout out to paying it, I can't believe I was on the Reddit. It made me nervous to see, and it made me nervous to read the comments, because I don't think I can take right now. I really am in a very delicate state, and I don't think I could take anything super harsh or critical. I've tried to stay out of the way from people and brands and just quietly do my own thing. It nearly destroyed me as a person. The people that injured me the most, and that's putting it lightly. I just don't like what it's become. I've had to block people from showing up on my feed because they're just blatant lying right now. Blatant liars. will sell you anything and tell you it's the best thing they've ever used, but it was the first time they ever picked it up. It's just so icky and ugly. That's why I love that Reddit, because everyone's thoughts are my thoughts. I just never comment or do anything, because I want to clarify, I did not lose my makeup in the fire. What I had said in my Instagram stories was, had I not taken all of the makeup that I had left at home, and what was my room is now Malaya's room, because God knows I have so much makeup already, and it's not that very big here, so I had to leave some stuff behind. But during the fire, I'll just get into the fire. The fire was severely traumatic. It came very close to my house. Our house did not burn down, but I could literally see flames flicker from every direction. Like, the houses around us were on fire, and I thought, fully believed with my entire soul, that our house was gonna burn down. And I'm an only child. My mom had suffered a really catastrophic stroke in November 2023. She was in the house. She was completely bedbound. So I was already going through that. So Wednesday the 8th, January 8th, we all got the alert, the very late alert, that we needed to evacuate. So I ran home. There was literally a car on fire in the middle of the street going up to my house. There was ashes, embers, chunks, like explosions everywhere. And we had to take my mom, because I called 911. They didn't have, he literally said, we're a little tied up right now, and hung up on me. So I said, we gotta do what we gotta do. We lifted, and my mom was fully dependent on electricity, by the way. We had lost electricity on Tuesday evening. But you know, I thought that was it. Like, there's a fire every year. It's Altadena. We live in the mountains. I thought this was gonna be like any other fire. It wasn't. I left my mom Tuesday night. I helped her. She had a live-in caregiver. We cleaned her up, patched her up, because she was having some really bad skin issues at the time. Her oxygen, she had a trach that ran on electricity. We had a backup oxygen tank, so that was okay. We were just gonna reorder one from hospice, and they lasted 24 hours, so we were just gonna, I'm thinking we're just gonna keep ordering tanks like every 24 hours. She also had an air mattress to keep her from getting any bed sores. She also had a G-tube, and that was electric too, but that's easy. You could just manually put, you know, a bolus, like you could manually put her, I call them protein shakes, and her medication in. We had our own battery operated BP cuff, O2 sat. We had everything, you know, everything else. So I thought we were just gonna ride this out. But Wednesday, we had no help. We had to ball my mom up in a fitted sheet, throw her in a wheelchair, wheel her to the car. Mind you, she's flopping around. Throw her into my dad's car, and she was turning purple because she had no oxygen. That's what happens when you go through low oxygen levels. The first thing that happens is you start to change color, you start to sweat, because your body's struggling for air. My dad took my mom to the hospital where she spent the entire day in a hallway, but she was connected to oxygen. I sent Malaya off. She was hysterical. I sent my son with his dad, not knowing that 7 houses on his street were on fire. I thought he would be safer down there and it would be less traumatic, but so I spent the entire day of the fire just packing up my entire parents' life, my life. Everything I ever knew was in that city. Not just the house, but the city. And the whole city burned down. The entire, like, 80% of Altadena is gone. Places that I learned to ride my bike is gone. My preschool best friend, where I spent so many summers, her house is gone. The park where I taught tennis and played tennis, it's gone. The pet store with all the pets in it with a 6-year-old parrot, it burned with the pets inside. It's gone. You know, just the post office, it's gone. It's all gone. Unfortunately, 2 days later, my mom passed away. She had been living at home for like a year, but I think I know all the physical trauma that we probably caused to her at the time. She was already so delicate. I think it just killed her. So, that was a lot, but our house didn't burn down. That's something that people always ask me. They see my ID and they're like, oh, Altadena, did your house? And I'm like, no, but my mom died. Anyway, so prior to that, her stroke in itself was a lot. Like I said, she was in that state for just about over a year, and my mom was a hospice nurse, and knowing that she would not have agreed to be kept alive in that state really, really killed me, because I personally believe she suffered every single day. She never opened her eyes. She could follow very basic commands in her native tongue, which is Tagalog. But she never got up. I checked her eyes every day, every single day. Fixed and dilated every single day. For over a year, she had a hemorrhagic stroke on her brainstem, which is the worst place to have a stroke. You don't come back from brainstem. Anyway, so that was a really rough year, seeing her like that. Right before her stroke, I had signed up for nursing school to finally become what she always dreamed for me to be. And I did it. I had a very hectic day. I would take care of my son. I would go to school, finish school, at like 4 p.m., pick him up, drive home, make dinner, you know, all that stuff. And I would use my lunch breaks to come home and try to help take care of her in any way. If it was change her or trach care, G-tube care, stuff like that. I did what I could, whatever I was allowed to do. I wasn't very welcome there because they knew my thoughts about keeping her in that condition. But, you know, I thought, you know, she would at least be around for me and Malaya. Malaya was in nursing school too. We went to the same school. It's so funny. She's actually a licensed and working nurse. I just finished the program. So despite it all, I accomplished something that I really wanted to quit because I couldn't stand everything going on anymore. Her being in the stroke, talking about health conditions was really difficult. But I loved school. It was the greatest distraction I could have asked for. Malaya was a big support. My classmates were a big support. Relatives. I don't have very many friends, especially not in California. I don't trust anybody. I don't want any more friends. Everyone who I thought was a friend or a mutual, I've been blacklisted. They all did me a favor in the end, which is why I completely removed myself from the beauty community, because all I was a business, like, component. I had struggled with a lot of mental issues. Still struggling every day, but I'm in a much better place. At one point I had 2 different therapists. Now I'm down to 1, and I'm taking a new SSRI. It's been working really well. I can actually go through the day without crying. I'm crying right now because I'm talking about really difficult things, but I'm in a much better headspace. I'm really proud of myself. I've done things, like there was tests that I called my mom. I would call upon my mom, like, Mom, please help me. And there would be things on the test, like, you know, in class, like for school, there would be things that, had I not grown up around medical field people, I would not have known those things. Like, that's what carried me through school. Like, I just know stuff. I have a certificate in something else, medical field. I have a license in something else in the medical field, but nursing is probably the most serious one, and I think I'm going to stop here because I'm really sick of going to school. So Malaya is a nurse. She's 22. My son is 10. He's going to be in 5th grade in the fall. I'm still married. It'll be 11 years. I'm not on Ozempic. Somebody commented, is she on Ozempic? Couldn't afford it. And I'm not big enough to get it. I did lose about 85 pounds like several years ago. So yeah, I'm no longer pre-diabetic. I'm not out of breath all the time. I can see, I can walk, I can fit in a car. I don't get winded when I put my seatbelt on. Just, you know, my knees don't give out. No more lower back pain. I'm just feeling really good physically, but it's not Ozempic. So the whole point of talking about the fire was, during that day, I spent the entire day, I didn't leave. They told us mandatory evac. I stayed and I wet the house. I wet the ground around the house. I literally put out little spot fires that would start in front of my house with my hands and feet, my Crocs, my Lisa Frank Crocs. So I spent the whole day packing my house, and then I was like, oh my God, my makeup. Like, I know it sounds silly, but to me, it's not just makeup. It wasn't just makeup. Like, there were things that took me places, memories. I had a really good time. Even though relationships are soiled, I still genuinely, with all my heart, meant every session of laughter. My whole heart and soul went into every friendship I made along the way. I loved everybody. I loved them. That's why it hurt so bad. But it wasn't just makeup to me. It was part of my life. It was part of, like, whatever legacy I leave behind. it was just part of me. So like I saved all my makeup. And I later found out that had I not, because we couldn't go up to the house. My house is still, it's barely livable still. Had I not taken it all out, they recommended to toss everything because it was fully contaminated from sitting in toxic air for weeks, months. So had I not taken it, it's all sitting in my apartment, taking up space. But like, had I not saved everything, like, this was my very first palette, like MAC palette that I ever put together at the pro store. This is what I used in that very first rainbow eyeshadow that I made on MySpace that took me to where I am right now. Like, this isn't just makeup to me. I just thought, okay, I packed all the pictures. I basically packed everything I could that had to do with my mom. Every photograph, her favorite clothes, her perfume, jewelry. Mainly the pictures that we ended up using for her funeral. So thank God, because the National Guard wouldn't let us up to our house. So it's not like I could have got any. But I ended up finding this picture, which was, we ended up using it on her program. So I did good. This is what she looked like. I really miss my mom. And it's not fair that she was erased by being kept alive the way that she was. She wanted to be remembered as she was. She wanted to be remembered like this, not somebody with tubes. She was locked in. She could feel everything, but she couldn't yell, cry, say stop, say I don't want it. She couldn't do anything. So the last couple years have been really rough. Prior to my mom's stroke, I was really working on my mental health. She was a huge support, and I feel like we were finally fixing the relationship because I'm not religious at all. I have a lot of issues that stemmed from growing up religious, but I feel like she kind of let that go and just kind of wanted to be with me, because I'm her daughter. The last few years, literally starting in the pandemic, my dog Jake, he died after my mom's stroke. During the pandemic, we lost 2 chickens. I lost all my friends. I was stuck with myself. I wrote goodbye notes because I couldn't stand it anymore. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that I'm still here. Like, my biggest fear is getting sick of any capacity. I have hyperthyroidism, and that scares me enough, but it won't kill me because I go to the doctor, I get my blood work. I'm very serious about my health now. I don't take anything but vitamins. Very scared of becoming ill. Probably because of what I saw my mom go through, but I don't have high cholesterol, I don't have hypertension, I don't have anything. I'm good so far, and I would like to keep it that way. I'm still working on myself mentally. There are things that I cannot change. Like mentally, I have complex PTSD. I have chronic, whatever, major depressive something, anxiety, like the worst anxiety that could be diagnosed. I have a whole list on my medical record of things that I have to deal with on a daily basis. However, it has been getting easier and easier as the days go. I'm not as obsessively thinking of, oh, I have OCD too. I'm not thinking about my mom as much, because I used to be constantly obsessed. Like, is she breathing? Is she breathing? Is she breathing? Is her trach patent? Is the airway patent? Is it good? Is she breathing? Is she breathing? What if her blood pressure is high? Are they checking her blood pressure every 2 hours? What if she strokes out again? Like, what if? I'm really good at catastrophic thinking. Let's back to my notes. So I didn't lose my makeup. It's just I saved it from what I believed was 100% my house was going to burn down. So I saved all of it. I saved all of Malaya's hair products. I saved her manga books. Like, I tried to save everything. I tried to single-handedly pack everything. There are still people that I just, like, you know, I'm friendly with online. There's brands like Black Moon Cosmetics, never forgot me. Juvia's Place, ColourPop. They haven't really sent me anything recently, but I'm so ColourPopped out. It's all I use. Tarte used to send me stuff, but it's all I use. What else? Sometimes I get something from Urban Decay or Smashbox, but I'm pretty much makeup out. Like, I don't really need anything, and if I absolutely need it, I will go buy it myself, which I can barely afford, because makeup prices these days are insane, right? Said mental health, it all almost destroyed me. I almost destroyed myself. I have to hold accountability. I was not good. I was not in a good place, but I can tell you without a doubt, I've never been more clear and just happy to be alive. Like, I'm just happy to be here. Like, I'm just happy to be here still. Like, I'm wearing glitter. A lot of horrible things happen. A lot of horrible people happen to me. I will never not miss my mom. I will never not get over what happened to her. I used to do DoorDash, Instacart, still try to do makeup. Anyway, that's why I settled on, you know what, let's do something for real. I'm gonna finish for my mom. I just wish she was here because I really wanted to whisper in her ear, Mom, I did it. She passed, and then a few months later I just finished a program, so I'm kind of putting it off, taking the NCLEX. I will, but for now I am enjoying summer and doing makeup videos. I'm rediscovering things. I just want to play with my stuff again. Yes, I shave my eyebrows on purpose. I don't draw them on. I don't like eyebrows anymore. That's just me. I don't really need brows. You can tell what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Summer ends for Makoa in August, so we're just gonna take the summer to hang out. I'm making pot roast in a crock pot right now. I just made a video on this look right now. Like, I enjoy being at home. This is my healthy outlet. Emphasis on healthy outlet. So I'm really grateful to still be here to do that, and even have people still paying attention is, I love my little community. I'm not looking for growth. Let's just keep it to like us, because it's comfortable, it's safe to me. It's my little safe bubble of community of people that some I did meet at the shows, some I haven't met. I wish we could still go to the shows. The shows are like done. If you see me out in public, please say hi, because I will be very nervous, but it totally makes my day that there are real people there. And I really appreciate everybody. That's all. It's a miracle I'm still here, because like I said, I've written notes to multiple individual people, either thanking them or cussing them out, because I was so tired of feeling, I just wanted the feeling to go away, and nothing I was doing, whatever I was doing was making it worse, and nothing was making it better. And I don't feel like that anymore. I feel very accomplished, and I just want to see my kids grow up even more, and I need to be here for them. That's all that really matters to me, is my kids and their health. If I could live forever, that'd be great. Not having any more kids. I just turned 40. I'm pregnant with Myrina, and she's got a few more years until I get another one. Anyway, thank you, Reddit, for bringing me out. and saying such nice things about me. Thank you everyone for saying such nice things about me. Like I said, this was the longest, biggest nutshell. Come fall, I might get busier again, but I'm just gonna make the most of it for, you know, the time that I have, the summer. Use the summer to do things, play with stuff, make videos, go outside if it's not too hot. The main thing is I never went anywhere. I just went to a different platform. So you will always be able to find me under my given name. I did not self-title myself this. Just final brag. I not only finished school, but I was second best. So they say. Here's my cap that I made. I love it. I'm not technically one yet, but you know, if you manifest it, it will come true. Sticking true to my tropical theme that I love so much. Okay. That's all. Thanks, guys. Bye.